Besides, the
for real. I'm going to open this fun new toy. Action figures, Haslab. I can't wait to see what's inside. What did we spend too much money on now? Oh, it's a very heavy box. And guess what's inside the box? Another box, because that's what we call good packaging for collectors. Oops. Yeah, so let's see what we can do here. All right, what have we got? I don't know what this is, so I don't know if I'm opening it the right way. Woo, 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 woo. I'm afraid of no ghost. Look at that, it's a set. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to turn this around so everyone can see. Actually, this side looks even cooler. This side looks like, like a toolbox to me, with wires, obviously more wires, ectoplasm, sockets, proton pack parts, spark plugs. It's two boxes, but it's made to look like one. On the back, it says the Manhattan Museum of Art, get lost in a painting. And it has some other little stickers on it. Don't forget, birthday party at 2 p.m. Bring Winston. Ray's Occult Books. This is a really cool box. There is just a lot of detail to make it look like I said, a toolbox. Is that a toolbox or a bench? I mean, it has drawers. I don't really consider that boxy, but whatever. Cool. 40 from Haslab. I'm taking this out right now. This is the deluxe edition Ectomobile with our toolbox here. Taking that off, you can see the handles on the sides of the box. Like I said, it's made to look worn, it's made to look stickers. The whole packaging is done really well. It's so fun to make something look. The box itself is a display piece. So that is great. It's got little place for you to unlock the drawers. I love it. Stickers, lots of stickers, or decals if you prefer that terminology. We've got like the lights of the car, I'm guessing. And we'll find out where everything goes. Okay, these are not the figures. These are a lot of details. These are a lot of accessories, a lot of parts. Definitely all parts of the vehicle, I am assuming, because that is going to be, there's going to be a lot of assembly with this, I have a feeling. It comes with a little mug. I mean, lots of little accessories. And then here's the figures themselves. We can look in at their faces. Let's see if we can get a better shot of that. And I feel like these faces are pretty good. They're pretty realistic. Yeah, look at that. Not bad. And Egon, my favorite. All right, we will take them out. Let's take them out now. Why wait? Okay, let's sit down with my buddy here. He's got glasses. They aren't removable, but he's very jointed. Super well jointed. You can see so many different joints and positions you can put him in. And his joints feel very easy to move. They're not super stiff. They're not flopping. You know, he's not like falling out of position when he's put in position. So I'm saying this is very well made so far. I'm liking the action figures. A lot of articulation. Here's their proton pack. And we will keep looking through it and seeing what else we can find. Here is where you can take it off, I believe, if you really want to remove it. There's a little hole in the back where it attaches, and you can take it right off of him. Look at that. Very nice. Very cool. I mean, the outfit has so much detail. So much detail. Okay, I love it. All right, so that is the figures. Let's get to the car. Okay, my husband does not like the faces on these. I like them. What are your thoughts? He thinks they could be much better done. But, no. Ray is, I think, okay. Venkman, maybe not so much, but all right. Let's look inside the box. Apparently, they got a parking ticket, and we'll see what we get in here. Okay, we have got 2 levels. Oh, so many boxes in here. If you need to repackage your item after you've taken it out to play with, these videos are great to see how things went back together for you. Slimer right away. First thing I see. Cool in the movie. But as a kid, I just loved him in the cartoon. I don't know. Taking him out. Oh, okay. And we've got a big butt. A big butt. It looks like he is going to sit on something, so that's pretty cool. We will do more with him later. He can hang out with Lucky Cat here. Him and Cat can be best buddies. So we've got more decals in here. I do believe there are 2 different car styles you can make with this. Deluxe edition, so we could make the original from the first movie, or you could assemble it to look like the second movie. I have a feeling we're just gonna, if we do that, we're just gonna go with the first movie because it's the best. They're both good. I like them both, but the first is the best. Let's see what we've got in here. Cardboard. And here it is in all its glory. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. There's a lot of stuff going on still, but I don't want to lose anything. We've got a mirror that came off, but we can pop that right back on. So the 6-inch figures, so definitely a reason why it's a much larger car. I'm going to just start going in and seeing what this thing does. Doors open. Ooh, that one's a little loose, but the doors open. I'm going in. I got to see. That one's not opening so easy. Nope. Okay, this door does not open, maybe. Doors on the other side definitely open. Oh, hood. Let's see. That hood feels like it's going to open too. Frick me. There we go. Nice. Hood opens. Back, of course, has to open. You can't put people in there, people's bodies, if it doesn't open. Well, let's see what the instructions tell us to do. At the bottom, there's a little area down here, and there's a switch down there for the lights. It does say that you can use a USB-C cable, and the lights will remain on if you do that. However, it did not include a USB-C cable with it. The switch on the bottom lets you switch between modes, between USB-C mode or battery mode. Also, in the instructions, as I mentioned, you can make it the Ectomobile from the original or from the second. So whenever you see this symbol, that is the original movie, and these are what you would assemble for the second movie. So they have their own set of decals that are different. This, for example, is the original movie, and this one is from the second. And you can see there are so many parts and accessories that come with this. I cannot assemble them all in both versions in a reasonable amount of time for this video, but that's part of the fun of having something like this, is having to be able to play with it and assemble all the different parts. So I'm going to plug in my vehicle with a USB-C, and we're going to try out some lights. So the cord comes out the back end if you have it facing right. And we have turned on the headlights just by plugging it in. Also, I felt the tires. They are slightly grippy, but they're not super hard plastic, but they're not really grippy, kind of rugged feeling tires either. The material looks very kind of metally, but it is definitely very plastic. Very plastic. I would almost say it feels like a Lego kit or something, almost. Some of those larger Lego pieces. So the way they are hinged is not really super smooth. They are like the hood, for example, just kind of has this clicky mechanism that just, so each of these kind of clicks in and out, which, yeah, click, click, click. All right, let's make some really annoying noise, but awesome also. No, I don't have the lights on top yet. We're gonna get to that. The front end looks great. I mean, that's cool looking. This will stay on and be very loud if you don't turn it off, if you have it plugged in with USB-C. Okay, I'm gonna get my glasses on, and one thing I have been determining while I've been looking through all these parts is that the parts all come in these lovely plastic containers for the vehicle, but it doesn't really have any of them numbered. Oh wait, maybe there, B. It's very hard to see. No, that says B also. Yeah, they're not really labeled and numbered. Like it says A, B, H, G, E, F. You know, it's got all these parts lettered in the instructions, but you don't really see any sort of lettering telling you what's what on the actual packaging. So if it's saying part G, I don't know which part is part G or where to find part G, because parts from version 1 and 2 are in some of the same boxes and cases. It's a little confusing, but I am going to put some of the parts together because that's part of the fun. So these antennae are what I'm going to put in first, and if you want, they are shown being bent and hooked on. I'm not going to do that right now, but we can assemble them. They just pop right in. Look at that. We've got some pieces on. We've got some windshield wipers here. I mean, assembly is part of the fun. Like I said, that's part of why you do this. There are 2 different sets of windshield wipers. There's 2 different sets of a lot of things for different vehicles. We've got, I believe, another mirror. Does this one go on this one side here? No, this one goes on the other side. This one goes on this side. There we go. Look at that. Get in there. And then, of course, these on any Cadillac is really important. And they do light up. Look at that. Very nice tail end. I like that. I think I have that upside down. There we go. Let's try that. There we go. Look at that. Pretty. Ah. And the telephone, which I think it goes inside. So let's see what we can do about opening this door back up. This door is a little loose. When I open it, it's a strange hinge on there. I did see, however, these are the parts for their proton packs. And we have book, and in here we have the bed for the ambulance, ladder. Look at the ladder is part of number 1. This is one I just been wanting to put on. Don't ask me why. I just want to stick the ladder on. Goes right in here. Nice, see a nice little hook, place to hook it in. There are definitely, see, this door is a very odd, doesn't shut right. It doesn't. Now I've got in here also, aside from the bed, we have Rick Moranis and the library ghost. She looks really cool. We have a trap, another proton pack. Yeah, I really like the library ghost. Look at the lace on her outfit. And it's kind of made, you know, kind of opaque, but also some areas that look kind of see-through. I really like her. She's fun. Fun, fun, fun. More books. Let's take this out. It's got wheels. All right. Legs fold out, I'm assuming, because why wouldn't they? Let's see. I can't do this one-handed. Hold on. There we go. And they also fold down so you can get them in the back, or you can spill your body wherever you want. For the proton packs, you can put them on there and get them in the back of the vehicle. Let's get the back of this vehicle open. And let's look at some of the details in the vehicle. Like I said, I don't really like the hinging of the doors. That is my biggest problem with this so far, but it has so many features, so much fun. So I'm okay with that. Not everything can be perfect. we're gonna roll this right in. I don't have anything on it right now, but we'll pretend. Okay, I've added a few more parts, and I even figured out where the telephone went. I had to actually stick that little cord right in there, and I also had to, so that was really hard to get my little fingers in there. And then the telephone hook's right there. We've got a radio system in here. So, yeah, you will be building at this for quite a long time and having fun building it, that is for sure. I almost feel like I am building a little Lego kit or a model kit. Like, obviously we're not assembling and gluing anything, but it's got so many parts, you definitely feel like you're assembling things. Yeah, now look at this door, see? These door hinges do not close well. I'm gonna have to fix that. All right, and just to show a few more features, I did show that the buttons are under here. There's 2 of them. So, of course, we turned on the headlights earlier. But if we go through the cycle, this turns on the tail lights. If you hit it again, it turns off those bottom tail lights. If you hit it again, I believe it turned on the parking lights at the bottom. That's going to turn on the upper lights, which is obviously the most coolest part, because who doesn't want that? And I'm going to hit the other button for sound, because you can't have the blue lights without the sound. And then we're going to hit it again, and that turns on internal lights inside the vehicle, so you can see inside the vehicle and it lights up in there, which I think is a really cool feature. That's one of the coolest things, aside from the top lights, obviously, which are so fun. But, you know, a lot of models don't light up inside. And then you can turn off the internal lights and everything. This makes your parking lights flash. But you can have your internal lights on and your top lights off, or your top lights on and your internal lights on, or just the top lights on. Oh, I had those 2 mixed up, but you can see that there are multiple choices in how you have it set up with its lights. Let's bend those knees. Like I said, he's very well articulated. Joints on his feet, just super easy to work with. I'm really happy with figures that you can actually kind of work with. I suppose you'd want to take his proton pack off before you put him in, though. The figure fits in there pretty well, not hitting his head. The steering wheel actually turns, though it does not turn the wheels. But I think that works pretty good. Look at that. Oh, very cool. Also over here, this is the top that you change for if you'd like it to make it into the second vehicle. And again, more parts for that vehicle that go with number 2. And I didn't even put all the parts on this. This vehicle is pretty large, as you can see, because the figure fits in there. It is about 23 inches long. I'm going to estimate it weighs 2.5 to 3 pounds, somewhere around there. So it is pretty heavy. Which is mostly all work on the bottom. It's very lightweight and material on top. Lots of fun, lots of assembly, lots of play if you wanted to play, lots of modeling, so many different ways you can set this thing up. I knew it was going to have a lot of accessories, and parts. I didn't know it was going to have this many. So that in itself is going to keep you busy, where a lot of, I feel like a lot of things that are sold, they're fun, but they don't keep you busy. You look at it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you put it on display, and you're done with it. I think you're going to have a lot more time doing stuff with this car. So if you're a Ghostbusters fan, this is definitely something fun to have because it's just got so many options.
I believe that the lighting of this vehicle is freaking-magnificent. So many different tiers as to what it is you're trying to accomplish. Brake lights on, brake lights off, running lights. Oh my gosh. It's the most amazing part of this. It really is. The things that I'm not really fond of are the head sculptures of the action figures. The head sculptures of the action figures. They are very off. And in this day and age, your action figures should probably be closer. Is it a make or break? No. I don't like them. You give and take.
Skirt light up. Woo.
This is a very wonderful Haslab. It is something that I wish they would do with many other realms of topic, Star Wars and things like that. The attention to detail is really good. And I'm really happy that they did this. I'm really happy I have this. And it's one of my most favorite things that I believe that I own.